Hello and welcome. Right, what did we do this session? Well, we sold a shed load of pig food, mineral feeds, and an awful lot of soup, but there's a lot of soup left. I mean, a lot. So, we're going to have another session. I'd made the call because it would be so terrible with what we've got left in. 27 tons of... 23 tons of carrot soup, 5 tons of noodle soup, 50 tons of parsnip soup, 46 tons of potato soup, and 7 tons of triple soup. There is at least another 100 odd tons of stuff in there. Yeah, it's tremendous, it is. I think one of the projects I'm going to have to do soon, we had issues. We had issues with the quick kicking. The main issue is this. Its bed is not quite level. It's sort of like sits above this. You can see when you've got pallets on, they're not sitting on the surface of the trailer, which is a digital projection. But the real trailer, the collision that it sits on, isn't quite right. So it's sort of, you can see things. It should be level, but it's not, and it's also not level with the surface. So it's doing strange things. And the quick was also doing little kicks, and with that, the kicks from the quick and the surface on this, and the ground up there being slightly unlevel, I think it was causing issues and things kept dropping off. So it slowed me down a lot. And then the main thing I'm going to blame is this. Yeah, this was more the culprit than anything else. But the quick's little kicks, they didn't help either. So we changed forks quite close to the end, and it did stop that, the little kicks that the quick does. So it is something to sort of consider when you... I mean, I've used it a lot, and I've sort of in my head compensated for these kicks, but seems worse than normal, like something's... So whether it was the adapter chattering with the quick, because obviously it's really front loader and I'm using it with an adapter, so whether those two, there was definitely some... I was hitting things with it physically, and I don't know whether it was the adapter or whether it was the quick or whatever. Something's changed. It was definitely felt different to the other times I've used it. So whether there's an update, well, there's been an update on the game, I'm sure. Whether that's doing all the things. Often modders have to like readjust things because update such and such has changed things. I've seen that quite a lot on change logs for a lot of mods in the mod hub. It must be very annoying for modders when they got everything right, when Giants update does something wrong to their mod, and then they have to go and tweak things again. It really is. This game really is something else when you consider that. It never used to be like that. And the Giants are all friendly on the surface. You know, like, oh yeah, we support modding and we really are supportive. Really? Yeah. All of these... as a modder, what you see is hostility. To be honest, some of the answers and things I've got from the mod of people are quite hostile. The fact that the mod desk is altered so frequently is quite hostile, because as a modder then you've got to tweak that. There's no need for this to be like it is now. It didn't used to be this nasty, and I've not been a modder long, but I know from what I'm reading on forums and all the rest of it that things are not right now. Is that? It should have bent a lot more. I should have almost got that right now. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. Yes, still the BI one. Not quite right, but the other one is almost like exactly where you'd want it to be. Buying station. I do like that a lot. Yes, right. So yeah, we did basically load, sell. That is the session. But there were quite a lot of interesting things going on with the... If you like loading and unloading, it was quite intriguing. I will give you a laugh, me dropping things on the floor and things like that. So yeah, definitely advise you to look at this. Oh, that's a point. Yeah, that is true as well. I'd just like to see how good these fit as well on this, because this was the one where I first wanted to do round decals. The one I tried it with like a round sphere, and it sort of partially worked, but yeah, it's not bad. Again, the BI bit is a bit not quite like pushed it in enough. That one's a bit better, but still not quite right. Yeah, you've got to... with it being a round decal, you can sort of adjust it and make it more round, so you can sort of get, but it's hard to judge from in the i3D. You don't see the same as in the real world. It's sort of like quite a lot of guesstimates going on and bits of looking down the side like that, but you're not really, mind you do look at the decals, you can see that decal is well, yeah, now that's the same, decals actually do perform the same, but yes, I've no excuse. It did look alright when you obviously looking at this angle and you think, oh yeah, that looks perfectly fine. Well, it does until you like go at the side, and then you think, oh, actually I'm a mile off. So yeah, I need to adjust that. I have done some of this one. That one was not too bad. The selling station, buying station is not far off right. Again, there's little tweaks like this. You've got to get them right. You don't want to be like putting something on the mod hub that's like subpar. Now that the bottom buying station, that's about perfect. It's just the BI is a little bit not quite. It's not terrible. You could get away with that, I've got to be honest, but I'm not going to. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the session. I am a little worried because there is a snow glitch and we have got snow on the ground. So, okay, so that's good. It's done what it did on the last one. Yeah, when it gets stuck and you're in the game and you sort of stay in the game. But if you come back in like we've just done, like just started, then actually it's not too terrible. So in March, thank goodness for that. Right, have we got anything we need to sell this month? I know we can do the a lot. That's it. That's what we were doing. I remember it was literally. So this is the one that is liable to need to take the big trailer because it's the only one that's got tracks and it's the biggest tractor we've got. We've got big tractors, but it's strange. We've got nothing over 500 horsepower. I don't mean that. I mean, we've got some really big tractors. I'm not. In no way am I complaining. I'm just sort of saying, but you know, like our biggest tractor before the 445 was 411 or something like that. With this is now at 445. And what I mean is we haven't got any 500 horsepower tractors. So let's see if this can, you know, have the biggest, the 55 tonner. Let's see if this can do it. So pig food is probably, I mean, we are going to make, oh really, we should sort of practically make another million, practically, which is quite amazing. We're not doing bread, obviously, that's like, so we want, no, that's going to be a mistake going through there. I'm going to like crush all my soups. Right, I'm going to go into a time lapse though, because this is, do we? No, let's not. No, I've been quite good actually. There's been quite a few Let's Plays that I've actually just been like, I did them straight off Rettenbach. I'm enjoying that. It's very nice. So we want pig food. 2 lots of this. Amazing. Yeah, no, I am in right. It's a good job. Yeah, the real thing would be to go up the hill or something like this, whereas we're going down the hill. Well, any of our tractors can manage that. So, did we check sales? I would imagine we did, but you never know. Oh, that's right, because we saw that, and that is fantastic. Only we haven't got. It's very good value, though, isn't it? That's the it's a 12 meter. It's still good value though. Yeah, I will do. I just think it's just too good a bargain to. I am tempted with that, but I think before didn't we already get a header 4-1? No, we've got the potato header for that. That mower, which we've never used, but that's not the point. We could have easily done. This is an awkward map to like get additional fields because there's no more space other than like chopping more trees down. So to convert one of our fields to grass, when you consider what we do, it really isn't terribly a good idea. Not really. So it's not for the fact of you know, oh yeah, it's not done grass or anything like that. No, I know nobody would like think like that. Right, I'm gonna hit that. I know I am. I can. Let's get some, yeah, with a good job this is not what it used to be, because this would like literally just thrashed it so that it wouldn't actually sell anymore. Or as I changed it to be just self-marketing. It is what it is. It's a kiosk, and there are no hidden rules that sort of stop it working, which I'm quite grateful for. Right, so we'll sneak down this little path. We'll need our other... Yeah, you can see where the shed used to be, can't you, really? I am liking the fact that you can actually, with... if you turn super strength on, you can make... you can destroy trees, and they'll go into sword... I keep saying sawdust, but... wood chips, that's the word. Yeah, they'll go into wood chips, which is quite amazing, really. So we could easily, at any point, like, clear that out. Wow, that's a bit of a struggle. Even empty, I would think that full would be rather a bit of a stretch for it. Right, we've also got the mineral feed loose. So these are the two, I would imagine, biggest things that are going to, like, be quite right. No, we're not. Pig food 38 tons. Then we'll do the mineral feeds. Oh, I'm waiting for it to finish. I keep forgetting how quickly I've told that to empty. Yeah, it is one of my favourite mods. I worked very hard over that. Of all of the productions that I've got, the soup factory made me scratch my head, but when I say that, it taught me the most. It did. I learnt a lot about the different... I was going to say, I can't see what I've got, but it's one of those when it goes wrong again. It is there. What was I saying? Yeah, no, it did. It taught me a lot about the different kinds of... triggers, a lot, yeah, but what would work, what wouldn't work, how to do this, positions and things like that. That was yeah, I'm still don't feel the same way about although I did learn quite a lot yesterday. We did quite a lot of fixing work. My trailer there is almost perfect, so I'm almost ready to stick the additional... turning properly. Yeah, I'm almost ready to stick the additional tension belts on. Yeah, I'm going to stick some going down the back, and then all I've got left to do is the lights, which I've sort of modelled it on the self-made trailer and sort of use the same light system, but I've not done it properly. I was looking yesterday and thinking, what have I not done? And I thought, you've not done the transform right. So yeah, we'll sort that, and then we'll get. So I was wondering why the lights weren't working, and that's why, because I've not quite done it right. Yeah, we want... Oh, it's doing those. Oh no, because it's going to, like, do more. That's not what we want. We want to grab... I think they get precedence, don't they? That's the trouble. No, we don't want what we want. That's what we want to do. That's it. That's it. We want to go loose. We don't want to go like... that. This should bring in an awful lot of cash. Not that we sort of need it, but yeah, it's about... Well, the one thing is, we say that, but we've still not got any, like, vegetable... we have... It's amazing, all of the sales that we've had, we've never had one of those type of things, or if we have, it was a very long time ago, and, like, now... we could really do with it. We just, it's not, nothing's dropping. No, it's, we're alright, just a bit of the long routes. Oh, that's now, I'm now scrunching on the We're going to need this anyway in a minute, so. We'll be checking the chickens, who look like little statues. Ooh, they do. Oh, they are moving now. I think it's the way they're programmed. I think everything stays stationary. I noted the same on Oak City. I actually said it. I was like working a long way away, and it sort of ruins it a little bit because it sort of is unrealistic. But I understand why Giants have done it. There have to be trade-offs, really. So I suppose they sort of choose to show it was the cows in this case, and you can see them a long way off, but it sort of ruins things because cows don't ever do that, and if you could see them in the distance you would see a little bit of movement on some of them. I don't mean all of them, because some of them might well stay stationary for a little bit, but if you can see like 15 cows on a field and none of them are moving, you immediately as a human go, no, that's not right. That's what I'm saying. The human brain is absolutely amazing for pointing out things that are wrong. It's just so good at, like, you know, I do it sort of straight away, and that's what I'm saying about my tension straps. I want them to be right because it's just over here. I'd imagine probably need. We don't. It's been tipping that. It's actually been working, so that's full. Excellent. We'll have only charges. Yeah, it's a bit late now. It is a shame, really, that I never put any more animals down. But it was funny, at the beginning, we did struggle for a long time with cash. We were sort of buying extra fields, as you do. And then we were sort of like, I don't know what we were, because we did quite a lot of buying and selling. I don't know what sort of went wrong. I mean, we were buying lots of stuff, so... Yeah, I mean, our equipment's certainly not terrible. We were, I mean, to begin with, we're buying big tractors where maybe we would have bought animals, you know, like normally. So maybe that, I suppose. Oh, it's not quite right. We shall optically illusion it. Not that anybody's convinced, as I said, that's exactly how I rest my case. It's so very good, the brain, it's like saying, nah, that's not right. Yeah, we've not got any kind of vegetable harvester. We've leased every single year. But we've needed to, like, do something like that. Keeps locking up. Yeah, I'm not going wide enough, and I'm sort of expecting it to turn, and then it locks, and then like things like that happen. I was lucky before. I've never quite managed to clock it. That is. For hard economy, that is a really good, expensive commodity. Yeah, locks up a little too easy. Right, let's get rid of one of those trees. We need super strength on as well. Just thought that was very, very bad. I've got to switch super strength on. That's it, we have now. Oh, I think I switched it off. Okay, let's switch this. No, that's not what I meant to do, actually. It might be because we're touching that as well. Yeah, it's always difficult when something physical touches something else, always. So let's just do a few of these while we've got a minute. Grab the wood chips. It's one thing I think because I don't do wood chips very often, in all of my productions I was thinking I've not got anything for like wood chips, have I really? It's one of those. Now I know how to create fantasy objects as well. Oh wow, that was obviously through. I can sort of create anything again now. I know how to do it. Yeah, I learnt to... Now then, let's get rid of these. This one at the very least, and then we'll do any more another time. Oh, it's a bit odd. Didn't give us any wood chips. I think it's because there's something physically there, which is, yeah, really surprising that it actually did that, really, when all things considered. Yeah, I'm surprised it actually drew this at all. We're quite fortunate they didn't ruin it. Yeah, I mean, and all of these, really. It sort of put the trees... The only thing that suffered was the shed, which is a bit... Yeah, the shed couldn't be built. I would say... Let's just do another one close by. We still can't do the shed because obviously everything is in where the shed should be put. But this is what I was saying about JMGaming, putting a lot of trees together in quite a few places. It made chopping them a little bit tricky. Mind you, it does happen. Yeah, I'm not having a go. I'm explaining rather than complaining. It's the truth. It is something that definitely did happen. Right, so I think we're going sideways. Do we go now to... We're going to need the telehandler. And we're going to need the other John Deere there. And he's going to get snarled in the trees, I would say. Right, so we want soup. That's the other thing that's an awful lot of stuff we've got. I think I'm going to time-lapse this bit, yeah, even though I didn't time-lapse that, because it's going to be a bit like very intensive on I know we've got a few of the mineral feed that remain. Right, so we need to grab you up the road. Because you're right where I'm going to need to be. And let's grab the other John Deere who has got the trailer. Right, I'm going to say my words here. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. It's weird. I've used the quick ever such a lot. There's some sort of recoil that's like, yeah, I mean, I'm not blaming that, but I couldn't see any reason why that last set actually did what it did. It made no sense. I'm like, it was almost level. It should not have flicked like that. Now, I know a long time ago, it's true, I did note with the quick that you sort of like got a recoil. It was when I was picking bales up with it, you like literally sort of, it kicks things, and it's almost like it's causing issues now. I think there's definitely been some sort of silent update, because obviously there was this snow glitch which I saw. It looks like it's already sort of been like fixed, like someone knows they've made a mistake, so they've rolled out an emergency. That was all me. Yeah, that was definitely me. It's because I've allowed something to ruffle my feathers. It's not working as it should do. It's got like a recoil, and it's causing sort of secondary problems. What I ought to do is grab another loader and just make a comparison while it's in you, while you're sort of like calibrating and like mucking around with things, because I don't think there's any better way to do it, because then you're comparing directly with what you've just sort of been doing. So I do love the quick. It's quite amazing. Yeah, there's something catching on the quick, either the adapter or the quick itself, and it's not, again, whatever this update is, it's affected this, because of all of the things, this is what I've had the most experience with, is the quick. Because yeah, I mean, there was now the Altec, and there's also the Albert with tension straps too, and then there's Mack truckers with very long. That's the only thing I'm not a massive fan of. That is, yeah. The other thing I noticed was we appeared to be floating on top of like the trailer rather than actually on it. That's a bit odd. I never noticed much. I've not done an awful lot of yeah, I haven't done an awful lot, and I wonder if that's what's causing the issue. Because if I look at that, yeah, I'm actually on like a secret invisible. Yeah, and then it does that. Look at that. So it's sort of as if the actual surface. Oh, I hate it when the telehandler's right behind you. You're like stick grabbing its tension straps. It's a right pain in the backside. Right, yeah, this is a bit weird. I don't know why it's got like 2 levels. I've not noticed it before. I know, but I have been trying to get it to a perfect level, so I might have. It's got a top level sort of thing that's not really, but I've been trying to alter the position so the wheels were right. I might have actually done something to that, because I've not noticed it before, and we have put things on it lots of times, so I may have inadvertently done something a bit strange, but it wasn't everywhere that this phenomenon is occurring. Yeah, it's sort of like seems the further back you go, the more it's right, which is a bit odd. I'm never used to it. Well, there's only myself to blame for this, for the actual trailer itself, definitely, not the quick. Right, let's do something about the quick. It's true, I would just like to do a bit of a comparison. I'm not blaming the adapter either. I'm not. Although obviously adapters do, oh my life, yeah, cause a bit of issues like that, like dropping it backwards. It's awkward. I've never seen it do that before. That's sharp. I'm trying to think which one am I going to grab. Which one? Well, I've got the Altec on another Let's Play, so I think we're going to go for the Alberts, which is that only in... No, I think he did it in everything. Ooh, I didn't realise Ross and Mods had... but yeah, it's not got tension belt. It doesn't say it's got tension belt support, does it? Nor does it show it. It's this one. Yeah. Let's go for a creamy colour. I like bright colours for these, because I think you need to see them, but I don't want it to be like shrieking red or anything like that. Just a nice, and I'm just going to see if the translation of the adapter is doing anything, or whether it really is just a quick, or yeah, it's just, I want to do a comparison. I like this one. It's I've only used it once, but I felt quite at home with it sort of immediately, which is quite rare for a piece of equipment. Let's have a go. Yeah, like the Mack Truckers, it's got a bit, but then they are long, aren't they, naturally? It's, yeah, the Mack Truckers, it's, I prefer them a little shorter than this. And I know that then means you can't go through 2 pallets, but yeah, I'm not really that bothered about that. I'd sooner it be a comfortable grasp. Yeah, I was a bit annoyed about that when dropping off. I thought, well, I can't see why that actually happened, but now there's some sort of secret level. Is my thing, like, not quite level that away? I didn't really notice it. Now, we are on a hill, so it could be exacerbating that by the fact we are on a hill. I think on a perfectly flat plane when this is, yeah, they are definitely hovering over nothing. Yeah, so there's got to be something that I've done with my trailer. It's not quite right for them to, like, not be on the proper bed. I have got, yeah, I know what it is. I do. Now then, it's, the bed isn't really solid. It is sort of, but it's got like a, I call it a force field, but really it's the collision, and I might have got the collision, sort of slightly in the wrong place. Now that didn't have a recoil, that was more like it. Yeah, now that was a bit better. It's some sort of recoil with the quick. Yeah, I suppose it is useful for grabbing a second set. It is. I might find that this opens up like new opportunities for me because I can like do things a little differently. But I'm not blaming the quick. I'm really not. It's well, I sort of. I'm saying it's not assisting me. Yeah, I am. I'm not blaming it for anything, but I am definitely saying it's got a bit of a recoil, and that's, yeah, it's. I have noticed it before. I did. I sort of adjusted to it, but it seems to be the recoil with whatever update has been done recently. It's. I don't know, the adapter in it are like having a chatter, but this has got none of that. It's literally just smooth, and it's all one. So whether it is chatter from the adapter, it's possible. Yeah, we need to go a little bit further in, I think. It's a bit awkward. I think I need to pull the easiest method would be to pull the tractor forward a little bit. Yeah, you can see the other thing is the ground seems to be leaning that way. But I thought we'd levelled this a long time ago, like with the levelling tool, so it really should be fairly level. So that means it's only thing that gets left is the trailer, not the ground. So it's more than likely to be, yeah, like the trailer itself. Yeah, they seemed especially, see, yeah, oh no, it's still definitely on something, and that's not going to do it any good. Yeah, you can see it's hovering on nothing, so I need to have a look at this. I thought I'd finish with this, other than the lights, but obviously not. But yeah, this is, I am enjoying this. This is actually, it's not got the kick. You've not got to compensate for a kick. It's like just, ooh. Yeah, and I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, that was the thing I didn't like about this. You've got to like, yeah, it's got a massive thing to the, hopefully that'll be fixed, because that's the only thing that put me off this, was the fact that although it would be quite useful, it's picking other things up, it spoils the immersion, and obviously it's a bit sort of strange. So yeah, I didn't like that fact that you grabbed another thing. Even though, as I said, it could be useful and handled right, but you can't. The trouble is with pallets often drop like this in a certain way, a certain position, and then you're grabbing another one, and it looks bad. And this looks better than the quick in so much it's not doing weird things. Everything, the tension belts on the quick seem to do something strange with the levels of things, and they all chatter and like do weird like movements and stuff like that, whereas this is not doing any of that. So I've got to give this its due. As long, I know the quick was the first in the game and I've used it a lot, I sort of think I've got used to it, but it seemed to be worse today than I've ever seen it before. Real little kicks that often cause you, them to collapse. And, I mean, some of it's me, but I'm not taking all of the blame. There's definitely a bit more going on than just little old me and my, like loading and unloading, which always leaves a lot to be desired. You'd think the amount of practice I get at this, I'll be a dab hand at it, but not seemingly. Now this is going to be a tricky one to do. I'll try and get that without grabbing the bottom 2-2. And I'm not having a go at the quick, I am just noticing, I was like thinking, this is not all you, like you're getting way too much, but yeah, there's a lot of chatter going on with the tension belts themselves. And then of course I could see that there was something not quite right. You were fighting against too much. There's the strangeness of the bed on my trailer, plus the chattering of the tension belts, and I think the adapter as well on the quick, with it having an adapter, and it's not, obviously because that's not the quick's fault, because obviously on a front loader, which it's meant for, then it wouldn't do that. This is, that's the snap that's not nice as well, and that's nothing to do with the quick or this. That's definitely, now it is actually sitting directly on the trailer now at the back, so yeah, I'm gonna have to like see what is doing this and try and get this right. Yeah, I know well, there's two things it could be, so I know what I've got to do, but it seems to have one stuff. I'm not complaining, but wow, it seems to be never ending. Although we haven't got anything spring at the back. So that means perhaps we're getting to the end. Oh, you say? Yeah, it's been a long session though, so I'm not sure how much more of it. That's true. Let's have a look. How much more have we got inside? Oh my life. Oh my life. 54 tons of parsnips, 27, 46 potatoes. We've not even got any potatoes out. 9 tons more of... Right, okay, I think this is going to take another session. I do. Let's fill this one up and then we're going to leave it at that, because you've got lives and I've certainly got lives as well. A life that I don't know that I can like spend any more time on doing this. I've got to be careful, it's going to like spring that one there and I can't get in there. It keeps on springing another pallet like that and then it causes you issues. So yeah, I think in an ideal world, if we got rid of this, yeah, the quick would have done something different as well on top of that, and what we might actually get, I think on an ideal, if I can get this thing figured, which I will, then I think I could get 3 on it, which would be nice. Yeah, I've sort of wasted quite a bit of space, because if I'd have put it too close to the side, it seems to be kicking it off. So yeah, and I would willingly take it on the chin if it was all me, but honestly there's a bit more going on here than just little old me and my yeah, there definitely is. I do think I am right though, you would get an extra pallet on if I stuck that 2 more or 3 on that end. You'd grab another set of pallets on that. I was right, I was trying to do that when I designed it. I thought I want something at the front where I can stick just a little extra something, so I want to change the shape. I don't want to go square, I want to do it so that I can almost stick another one on there, but ooh, that I didn't mean to do. So let's grab this last bit. Ooh, you see, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's something going on with the trailer. I don't know why, because it's the piece in the middle is really far back. It's nowhere near the back of the bed, but I think I did say this last time that I could feel there was something like at the back, like there is definitely something at the back. Ooh. Now it'll sit on the. Let me just see. Yeah, there is. There's right back here. I'm pushing against an invisible force, so yeah, it's not quite right. Which I suppose does mean You might be able to stack pallets on it. I have a secret. I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not. That's like not a good idea. But yeah, what I mean is you possibly could, but you'd have no tension straps. Although you would if you did them lengthways. If I did do that, but I don't want to. I want to get rid of the fault, not actually use it. That's yeah, last set, I think. So we've got an awful lot. I knew we had, but I thought we might have done a bit better than this. Trouble is, we have had issues. I've got to be honest. The issues have sort of slowed me down a bit because I keep getting things like pop up in front of me, and then I've got to like change like which one I've got to grab, and then I've had like this chattering problem where. Oh, okay. I didn't realise I grabbed. So I can say what's up with this because it seems perfectly. Let's grab those two up there and move them to the. Make sure I've only got those two. Oh, I haven't. Got some tension straps, I think. I'm catching the. I know it's doing it. That's strange, isn't it? I've got to sort of sneakily do that because I think I'm going to get the tension straps. I am. I've got the tension straps that are already on. It's. Because you're using tension straps as well. The tension straps that are already there are fighting you. So I don't know that we're gonna. Yeah, let's just try. Let's just try and grab one more set. At least, because this is a bit messy. Yeah, the only bad thing, obviously, with this kind of system where you like doing that is that you actually go through things. Just a bit. I'm going to be all wrong now, aren't I? Can I pull these like... If I pull backwards, can I do one of those at a time? Stick an extra one up high. Just on top somewhere randomly. So I'm not like double handling. Grab those. Oh, I've left that trailer a little bit in the wrong place. That's going to get in my way. Yeah, I was looking at the time and thinking, do you know you've been on this like for like almost 2 hours? I'm like, yes, I know it's a long session, I know. And it looks like it would be double the length that it is if we did this from start to finish, so yeah. Yeah, I've got to be careful because I'm going to be hitting the back of this invisible trailer. Yeah, I've got a collision that's it's a bit... Right, how do we do this? How do we do this? Oh, okay, that's one way. That's not really what I was trying to do. But hey-ho, I'll take anything as a win if it like does it properly. Yeah, it seems... If I do a little tiny collision with it, it's all by... It's much, much bigger than it actually appears, the collision that I'm using. Which it shouldn't really be. I've used... No, I'm going to get technical now once I can like carry on. Yeah. Yeah, all vehicles... I'll have to explain it a little bit or else it's not going to make any sense. All vehicles have things called child collisions, and that's what controls... Yeah, it is really. Obviously, we think of this as a physical object, which really it's a digital object. So it's declared up like digitally now. Oh wow, that strap's not really on, is it? I'm thinking it is, and it's not. It might be that we get affected by it, like with this, but it really. Now we let go of you, tension straps. You should probably be snatching at me now. Right, I think that should be reasonable. Let's get this lot sold. This is a little bit better than the last load. It was all over the place. Yeah, and it really is that the bed. You can sort of see them floating on the top of that. They're definitely worse at the front. Have they got straps? They are. Yeah, that's the only set. Look, we didn't lose them. Yeah, you can see, obviously, it's doing something strange with the level of the bed of the trailer, so I need to get this sorted. It's not going to be good for anything if, like, we can't put things on, or there's strange weirdness going on with levels. It's a very hilly map as well, so I was zipping down the hill. I thought, if you carry on like this, you're going to overturn this. You've got to slow down and, like, just remember that this is, you know, horrible levels. Ooh, let's see if we can push that in. Yeah, fantastic. Ooh, we've lost some of the back, so that shows that not all of it was actually strapped as I thought. Wow, that is amazing. Right, well, I think that is where I'm going to leave it. Yeah, definitely. I'll explain the rest in the catching up stage. Yeah, so 1,743,992 euros in the bank. We've got an awful lot still left to do, but we are doing terribly well. Yeah, so all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. I think I said that already, but never mind. It always feels wrong if I don't say that. Thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.